my first assignment ever, first job ever, Samir was my manager, and he has taught me so much in life.
I did not ask her to say this.
No, I did not. I really want to acknowledge that he has really taught me so much professionally, and I've progressed through titles based on the lessons that I've learned from him. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So my closing question is to you, Samir. In your book, all of the stories that you've mentioned in your book, stories of policymakers and entrepreneurs, and all 5 stories sitting here as well, beyond the sort of prestige and titles, there is a real theme of finding your purpose. So how would you say someone sitting here can discover their purpose and sort of align with their purpose early on in their career, especially when the road ahead seems very uncertain?
I mean, this is a really, really good question because, can you hear me? Yes, this is better. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a really good question because actually what aligns all 6 principles is purpose. And purpose comes in, if you have purpose, you will have belief. If you have purpose, you will have grit. If you have purpose, you can turn unlucky opportunities into luckier ones or better opportunities. And, the reason why I picked these individuals to be part of my book, or the other individuals who are because I genuinely believe these are people who have hearts that are aligned with purpose. So, I mean, I know some of these people for a very, very long time, and I think they could have chosen a lot of different careers and a lot of different opportunities. But even Maham, for example, is being very humble right now when she was talking about the things she's done, because she could have graduated from LUMS and done so many other things. She decided to go to the health department, which is not easy, by the way. Anyone who's worked in the government sector here in Pakistan, in Punjab, it is not an easy environment to work in. But she chose to do this because she is a patriotic person who believes in giving back and believes that the opportunities she's been presented, now she wants to improve the lives of others. Now when she works at Gavi, she's just running an HPV vaccine for girls. And that's a huge deal for Pakistan. It is a huge deal. And the reason why, these stories keep coming, Aman is at McKinsey right now. She's an associate partner at McKinsey, but she actively chooses to be on the projects that create the most impact. She's done so much work with Gavi, with lots of other Gates Foundation and other organizations. And the easier option for Aman is to go to a Saudi client and only work on commercial projects and just make a lot of money and make it to partner, maybe fast tracked and really quick, which I'm sure she will anyways. But she actively chooses projects that have purpose. Right? And I think this is the guiding principle. If you talk about Bayan as a band, I don't know if anybody notices this. They have been so true to who they are for the last 10 years. They've not tried to commercialize. They have lyrics that have meaning. They actually stay true to their brand, right? They are who they are and they work towards purpose. And similarly, Momen had purpose and he knew exactly what his passion was. And he's tried, and I think in many ways made the industry, again, he was being very humble, he's actually pushed the edges of the industry. So what others saw in what Amma TV or Maya does or One Take does, inspired them to do similar things and also push it forward, right? So now one thing that has happened, and I give credit to Momen for this, for the Pakistani industry, is that conversations have become more real. So in the last 10 years, you have noticed that shift, and he's been part of it. But all of these stories and the other stories in the book, like the individuals chosen, were because it is purpose that guides them. And that's eventually, if you don't have purpose, I don't think you're going to get there.
Thank you so much, Samir. I think it's such a valuable reminder for everyone here and for me as well. So that concludes the moderated session. We'll be opening the floor for questions from the audience. So just raise your hand. We'll pass over the mic to you and try to make your questions brief so that everyone gets a chance to ask a question.